I do gotta ask you though, because like online, there's just been a lot of stuff about Steve, actually. Crazy conspiracy theories.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 MCU conspiracy theories.
For decades, your organization stayed in the shadows, hiding the truth. But now we know. They're among us. Heroes.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most fascinating and wild stories fans have made up about the marvelous world. Instead of ranking the theories by how likely they are, we'll be focusing on the most interesting angles. Is there a tinfoil hat idea about Marvel that the people behind the curtain erased from our list with a secret snap? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Bucky Barnes killed Peter Parker's parents. When Peter was initially introduced to the MCU, we kind of skimmed right past his family origins.
Who else knows? Anybody?
Nobody.
Not even your unusually attractive aunt?
No.
By the time No Way Home ended, we still didn't know what happened to his parents. But some fans have theorized that Peter shares a dark similarity with his mentor, Tony Stark. They believe that the parents of both heroes were killed by the Winter Soldier.
Did you know?
I didn't know it was him.
According to the theory, Peter's mother and father worked for S.H.I.E.L.D. After they discovered Hydra agents had infiltrated the organization, Bucky Barnes was sent to assassinate them both. This theory would definitely add a dark undertone to Peter's fight with the Winter Soldier in Civil War.
You have a metal arm? That is awesome, dude.
Number 9. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't take place in the main universe.
Captain America has defeated the helicarriers at the Triskelion. But his status is unknown.
And S.H.I.E.L.D. has fallen.
Although Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. referenced Marvel movies, the show felt disconnected from the MCU. None of the main characters appeared in the movies, and the Avengers didn't know Coulson came back to life. Additionally, the show's major public conflicts weren't really referenced in films. After years of confusion, the multiverse may have cleared things up. Theorists speculate that S.H.I.E.L.D. takes place in a completely different timeline.
Look, you went back in time and then you branched off. But we can travel through something called the quantum realm. So we can go in between timelines.
Although Coulson died in the original Avengers, there might be a very similar branch reality where he lived. This would explain how Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. can feel connected to the MCU while having a few key differences.
Listen, the only way we can save the original timeline was for you to survive through this one.
You saw how this would play out?
Yeah, I saw countless versions of how it could unfold.
Number 8. Dormammu bargained on purpose.
What is happening?
Just as you gave Caecilius powers from your dimension, I brought a little power from mine. This is time.
Doctor Strange used a time loop to prevent Dormammu from attacking Earth. But what if losing was part of the villain's plan? Before fighting the Doctor, Dormammu may have had his disciples scope out universal threats. Maybe the Dark Dimension villain learned about the Mad Titan's hunger to complete the Infinity Gauntlet. Once Dormammu encountered the Time Stone, he realized how to get rid of the Doctor. The villain pretended to bargain because of the cosmic item to convince Strange to keep it close. He knew it would be a matter of time before the Doctor and Thanos collided.
Oh yeah. You're much more of a Thanos.
So, the Dark Dimension villain waited to see his foe fall. Since the Time Stone's gone, Dormammu's bargain would have been extremely successful.
I am so sorry, but even if I wanted to, I don't have the Time Stone anymore.
Number 7. Steve Rogers is on the moon.
Some people, they think that he's in the secret base on the moon, looking down over us.
This is both a conspiracy theory in the MCU and out of it. Following Avengers Endgame, Steve Rogers goes back in time, lives a full life, and becomes an old man. But the public is told he died during the battle with Thanos. However, most people don't buy it. And to be fair, it wouldn't be the first time everyone thought Cap was dead and he turned out to be alive. One of the more outlandish theories within the universe says that he's residing in a secret base on the moon.
But you didn't fly him to the moon? Nah.
This could just be a running joke in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. However, we have seen live-action Marvel characters live on the moon before. Will Cap confirm that's where he lives today?
No. No, I don't think I will.
Number 6. Tony Stark survived as an AI.
We're gonna be okay. You can rest now.
Look, we all wish Iron Man had never died, even if the way it happened was awesome. But some fans suggest that he didn't die completely. In the comics, Tony survives as an artificial intelligence, much like those he installs in his suits. The live-action movies have already provided a villain that survived through digital means.
In 1972, I received a terminal diagnosis. Science could not save my body. My mind, however, that was worth saving.
And supporters of this theory point to the moment where his hologram purposely turns to his daughter during his last message to her. Was that advanced tech? Or did his digital consciousness just want to look at Morgan directly? Maybe the answer will be revealed when we hear Tony snarking at someone wearing an Iron Man suit.
So I thought I'd probably better record a little greeting in the case of an untimely death on my part.
Number 5. Nick Fury has been a Skrull since Age of Ultron. The conclusion of Spider-Man Far From Home reveals the Nick Fury we've been following in the film is actually the Skrull Talos.
You gotta tell me.
It was fine.
Fury met that shape-shifting alien back in Captain Marvel. After this reveal, we learn that the real Fury is out in space. So fans began to question when exactly the switch took place. One theory posits that it took place before Avengers Age of Ultron. This is due to a surprisingly minor detail. In Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers demands Fury provide her with a detail a Skrull would never know. He claims to hate toast cut diagonally.
Name a detail so bizarre a Skrull could never fabricate it.
A toast is cut diagonally, I can't eat it.
However, in Age of Ultron, Fury is seen eating bread that had a diagonal cut. Did Fury's taste change? Or was Talos already impersonating him?
I mean, that was all very, very convincing. You know, the performances, the illusion, that costume, the craftsmanship in that. I mean, this is just embarrassing for a shapeshifter. Fine.
Number 4. Tony and Nebula knew what would happen on Vormir.
Thanos found the Soul Stone on Vormir.
What is Vormir?
A dominion of death. At the very center of celestial existence.
While the directors of Avengers Endgame have confirmed that Nebula didn't know a loved one needed to be sacrificed to obtain the Soul Stone, fans have their doubts. Some have posited that she told Tony about what happened on Vormir while they were stranded together. When it came time for the heroes to retrieve the stones, Iron Man and Nebula knew which duo to send.
Coordinates for Vormir are laid in. All they have to do is not fall out.
After all, while all the Avengers are close, Clint Barton and Natasha Romanoff have known each other the longest and have one of the strongest bonds. And Tony didn't want to risk losing heavier hitters like Hulk there. It's possible Iron Man and Nebula conspired to sacrifice a friend to guarantee the Soul Stone was acquired.
Thanos left her with the stone, without his daughter. It's not a coincidence.
Number 3. Thanos wanted to stop the Celestials. Thanos' goal was to curb overpopulation in the universe by erasing half of all life.
With all 6 stones, I could simply snap my fingers. They would all cease to exist. I call that mercy.
He also explains that his own world fell to ruin because of this issue. However, some fans theorize there was more to it than that. In Eternals, we learn that Celestials are huge beings that emerge from planets when enough intelligent life forms on them. Their births destroy worlds. However, the Thanos snap delayed the emergence on Earth because the population was temporarily reduced.
5 years ago, Thanos erased half of the population of the universe. Delayed the emergence.
Given that the Big Bad's brother is an Eternal, it seems plausible that Thanos knew about Celestials. What if the Mad Titan's goal was to stop the destruction of entire planets by preventing their populations from getting big enough to let the cosmic beings emerge?
If life is left unchecked, life will cease to exist. It needs correction.
You don't know that!
Number 2. Doctor Strange lied about the One Way. Despite Doctor Strange seeing millions of possible outcomes of the Avengers' fight against Thanos, the good sorcerer claims that they only succeed in one of them.
How many did we win? One.
By now, everyone and their mother has pointed out the obvious. That's incredibly unlikely. Fans had thought up plenty of possible magical and non-magical ways that Thanos could have been defeated. But some believe none of these takes were used because Strange may have lied intentionally.
You said 1 out of 14 million we win, yeah? Tell me this is it.
If I tell you what happens, it won't happen.
While using the Time Stone, Strange may have seen outcomes where there were more Avenger casualties. Maybe the Doctor saw timelines where he himself died. So, when Strange found the timeline where only a few Avengers died to win, he sold the lie by saying it was the only way.
Was there any other path?
No, I made the only play we had.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Odin once sought the Infinity Stones. While Hela is in Odin's treasure vault, she says the Infinity Gauntlet is a knockoff.
Odin's treasures.
Fake. Most of the stuff in here is fake.
Maybe she knows what a real one looks like because her father tried to collect stones. The Space Stone was first found in Norway, whereas Guardians were once worshipped as gods. Odin may have known the Ether, aka Reality Stone's location, since his dad Bor hid it.
Sire, the Ether. Shall we destroy it?
If only we could. But its power is too great.
But the darkest part of the theory revolves around the Soul Stone. After learning Hela is Thor's half-sister, we realized we don't know what happened to her mom. Maybe Odin sacrificed her mother for the Soul Stone, returned it afterwards out of regret, and decided to stop conquering. This would explain why he suddenly locked up the warmongering Hela and focused on peace.
And then, one day he decided to become a benevolent king. To foster peace, to protect life. To have you.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.